Hi everyone, Chef Nick Peters Bond here, and this is Commanding Your Kitchen. Today's dip video is going to be a little bit different than my Hell's Kitchen series. I really wanted back to having some fun on my channel and cooking things that I'm interested in, like the new spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's. Yes, chicken sandwiches are everywhere. There's Chick-Fil-A, there's Popeyes. Those are great in their regards, but I'm excited to see about this spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's. So it has all the same components. It has some sort of bun, a spicy sauce, a pickle, and then of course the crispy chicken. We're gonna do today's version in the air fryer, so it's a little bit healthier. Not necessarily healthy, you're still eating a fried chicken sandwich, but a lot less oil. We're gonna be making our own pickles today. Of course, we can make our own pickles. It wouldn't be, my channel without being a little extra, a little bougie, because that's definitely my MO sometimes. So I'm very excited to share this with you. If you like videos like this and you wanna see me recreate some more fast food trends at home, please leave a comment down below. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe and like this video. As always, press the notification bells if you do want to be notified when I post a new video. Okay, so first order of business is getting the chicken marinated. Usually fried chicken, the marinades are pretty similar. Usually there's a buttermilk and then some sort of hot sauce added to it. So today I have 2 cups of buttermilk. I just made some buttermilk with 2 cups of milk and a couple tablespoons of white vinegar, and that just kind of thickens it and creates your own buttermilk at home, so don't feel like you need to buy buttermilk. And then we're going to add about half a cup of Frank's Red Hot. A nice big pinch of salt, and then some cracked black pepper. And we're gonna season up our flour and our dredge really well. So don't be too worried. As long as you get some salt in there, buttermilk, and some sort of hot sauce, you're in good shape. Okay, so I have 3 small chicken breasts here. I just kind of butterfly them a little bit. And I'm gonna let these soak in this mixture for about an hour, half an hour to an hour. You can do these up to overnight if you wanted to. So just get those in there, cover them with plastic wrap, and then go in the fridge for about an hour. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly make my dredge for the chicken. This is definitely something that I've seen tons of different recipes for, especially when it comes to the seasonings. Like what does KFC have, like 850 different spices in their dredge? It doesn't have to be that complicated. I'm gonna take some all-purpose flour. I'm not really gonna measure it. All these exact amounts will be in my Patreon if you are interested in that. And that's just a spot where I can post recipes and pictures and stuff like that, and you guys can support me. So if you're interested in that, feel free. I will link that down below. And I'm going to add half as much as cornstarch. And I like adding cornstarch and flour because I think cornstarch gets it super crispy. And so for these spices I have, there's salt, cracked black pepper, poultry seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, cayenne, what else did I put in there? Ground mustard. And this one's a little controversial, but I'm really obsessed with nutritional yeast. I think it adds a really cool, almost like cheese-like flavor to something. So if you don't like that, scratch and get lost and don't use it. So in the bowl, I'm just gonna whisk up the spices and the flour with the cornstarch. And then we're just gonna set that aside. So I'm just finishing slicing up 1 English cucumber. This is gonna be for our quick pickle that's gonna go in our sandwich. So while your chicken's marinating, this is a great time to start this project. So into like a small little saucepan, I'm going to take, this is like about a cup of white vinegar and a half a cup of water. And then sugar and salt. And the exact measurements will be on my Patreon page for this recipe as well. And then this is gonna go right into the stove until it comes to a boil. And then once that's done, I'm gonna throw it into the cucumbers, which I'll add our dill, pepper flakes, and then garlic too. So while the vinegar, water, sugar, and salt is coming to a boil on the stove, I went ahead and added my crushed garlic clove, red pepper flakes, and fresh dill. If you don't have fresh dill, dried dill is fine. I would just use half as much as I use. So I don't know, maybe I would say use only a teaspoon of dried dill. It is just a little bit stronger and concentrated in flavor. So once the brine is up to a boil on the stove, I'm gonna take it off, cover these with the brine, and then put them aside. And essentially they're pickling in the hot liquid. Okay, so our chicken is done marinating. We're going to then put it into our flour, cornstarch, and spice mixture, and then go back. So we're double dredging. I think honestly, I think double dredging is a must for fried chicken. That's what's gonna get you those like really nice like crunch pockets. I feel like that fried chicken has. It's just so good. Okay, pat some of this on there. I'm trying to keep, growing up, every cooking show I watched, I always talked about a wet hand and a dry hand, and that's like something we learned in culinary school. And I feel like, I think I said this before, to this day, I'm still not, I do it, and then halfway through I'm like, okay. All right, so then take the chicken. I think, I literally just used the wrong hand. Okay, so take the chicken, put it back into the buttermilk mixture. And you want to let some of it come off a little bit, but you definitely want to have some on there because, again, you can already see those like little pieces of flour kind of forming on there, and that's just going to give you that crunch that you want. So I've lost all abandonment and just going in for it because I can. All right. Because I'm not on TV being screamed at, I can just cook and have fun in my own house. All right. So make sure it's coated. You know, you'll find a couple like little wet spots, especially if you have a really nice, like good flour coating on it. And perfect. So that'll come out, and then I'll show you one more, and I'll finish the last one off camera, and then I'll show you it going to the air fryer. I'm very curious to see how this does. I've done a lot of things in the air fryer. I've done chicken wings, I've done steak tips, I've done chicken, like breaded chicken, what else have we done there? Jalapeno poppers, stuffed mushrooms. Okay, that air fryer is preheated. All right, so that's just to show you the second one. You can already see that it's kind of like, even though this is one dredge, it's kind of already having like little crunchy, good stuff happening on there. It's gonna be awesome when you fry it. And so again, let some of it come off, but you still want it to be pretty wet when it goes into the flour. All right, and please feel free at home to use gloves if you want to, or to try and keep one hand dry and one hand wet. That went out the window over the first chicken breast. Okay. And I also really like chicken thighs, so if you're at home and, you know, chicken thighs are a little more inexpensive, just get the boneless, skinless chicken thighs and do the same thing that I'm doing. Just trim off, sometimes they have a little more fat, but chicken thighs are also delicious. And you can do, you know, chicken wings this way, pretty much any part of the chicken that you can do like this. Obviously, if you have bones, it wouldn't be a sandwich, but you get the idea. All right, I'm gonna pop these into the air fryer at 375, 380 for about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna check them. Okay, now is my favorite part, and I'm sure your favorite part, the final product, because that means I can eat dinner, and you guys get to see how bomb this looks. So I found these rolls were soft AF at Market Basket, and I was like, these look so good. So I just put a little bit of garlic infused olive oil on them and toasted them. You could do butter, you could not toast them. Some people maybe don't want to toast. On the top and the bottom, I'm gonna put, this is like a sriracha mayo ranch hybrid. The recipe for this is exclusively on my Patreon, so I'll link that down below if you're interested in getting this. I'm gonna start posting more behind the scenes type stuff on there, or like recipes, like secret recipes or recipes that you can get if you really want them. All right, so we'll do the top and the bottom a generous amount, and then I love tomato. It's not really in season, but they were the perfect size and they looked bomb.com, so I was like, you know what? That would be perfect on there. And then this, obviously this is an obscenely sized chicken breast for a sandwich, but you know, for the drama. You can hear it, it's so crispy. All right, let me actually put a tiny bit of salt on my tomato. I always like to season that. Okay, so that's on there. Your sauce is on there, and then those delicious, lightly spicy, quick pickles I made. As you can see, they already look like they're pretty much ready to go. Hence the quick pickle kind of title. I like to taste them. I know like at fast food restaurants they give you like 2 or 1 or 2, and you're like, okay. Kind of defeats the purpose of the pickle. The purpose is to kind of cut through the richness of the chicken and the fattiness and kind of brighten it up a bit. And then I'm gonna put the bun on top. And yes, that is obscene, but that looks so good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little something different, but I really like the vibe of like just chill, comforty type of food that we can do at home together. You can do, it's like easily accessible. It's It's more like my vibe, I think. I do love my Hell's Kitchen stuff, but this is life now. We're cooking at home a lot more, so I'm gonna start doing more stuff like this. I hope you like it. As always, please subscribe if you haven't, if you've made it to the end of the video, and comment, like, share, all that good stuff. It all helps me out. So, as always, you got this.